Hello folks, welcome back to X-Plane 11 in VR. Now I've got something very exciting to show you today. We are sporting volumetric clouds fully working in VR. That's right guys, and guess what? It's freeware. Completely free, so please support the developer. I can't remember his name actually because I'm useless, but have a go, download the software, give him some feedback, because we're not quite ready for prime time yet. As you can probably see already, you're thinking, what on earth is all those jagged lines? Well, that's unfortunately a byproduct of this particular sort of system, and it might even be because of the latest version of Vulkan which we're running at the moment. But I thought we could go for a bit of a spin at Carnarvon here in Wales, at one of my most favourite Orbex airports, using one of my favourite aircraft as well. This is the Airbus DA62. We're in the HP Reverb. Life is good. So let's get this bird started up. Now it's very easy actually to start this. It's a beautiful, beautiful model of this aircraft. We'll put our beacon on, or position light on as they call it in this aircraft, fuel pump on here. So yeah, as I say, the only other volumetric cloud sort of rendering engine that we can use at the moment in X-Plane is X-Enviro, and that costs about £1 million. Sorry, I'm only joking. But it is quite expensive, to be honest, for what it does, considering it's not VR ready yet either. But this is completely free. It's a freeware sort of take on volumetric clouds, and I've gone for one flight already, and I tell you what guys, when you go in the clouds, through the clouds, it feels quite novel to be actually doing that in X-Plane without all of those really annoying 2D sprites and things. So I'll show you that. We're using the real world weather we're using today as well is particularly stormy. The UK is being battered at the moment with ferocious winds. We're getting at 40 knot crosswinds, so it's going to be very interesting trying this out. But we don't do things by halves on this channel. So without further ado, let's get cracking. Just going to centre myself here, put our taxi light on. To say, this is Orbex Carnarvon, very, very, very detailed, and really brings a lot of these X-Plane airfields to life. See the windsock there, mental. But yeah, it really is quite incredible actually to fly through proper 3D volumetric clouds in VR. If we can just sort out some of those jagged sort of lines, which you'll notice are pretty bad if I'm honest, but if you just completely forget about those and just focus on the clouds and their behaviour, it's really impressive. And I haven't got my avionics on yet. There we go. Not doing things fairly realistically today. We're just looking at the clouds themselves. We'll definitely need our pitot heat on. So let's get airborne. As I say, it's very, very, very windy today. Oh, it's nice to be back in VR again. It's the first time I've flown in the HP Reverb in nearly a month. That's terrible. And we are airborne. I know we took off on the wrong side of the runway, but I'm not bothered. Right, so we've got a lot of turbulence to contend with here. My goodness me. And it's about 40 knots down the runway. So this is actually pretty much a true overcast here. And when you go into the cloud, you really do see sort of the cloud going by. It's the first time I've ever seen volumetric clouds in VR in X-Plane, and I can't believe this is going to be a freeware plugin as well. I think once we get some of those jagged lines sorted out, it'll be a winner. And one thing as well, which I'm really surprised about, the frame rate is just not affected at all. I'm getting 45 frames per second. Everything's nice and smooth. Gotta say, X-Enviro is pretty horrendous on frame rate, and even Ultra Weather XP, which isn't even volumetric clouds, is quite heavy on frame rate. No such issues here though. So you can see here, we're about to head into the cloud now. Trying to wreak every bit of performance out of this aircraft without blowing the engines, which you can do in this aircraft. It's a payware model from Airbus. But now, you can see here, we're now starting to hit the cloud layer. We're not getting that really annoying and horrible sort of effect of like 2D sprites going past your aircraft, like almost like a curtain going by. But you can see those sort of jagged lines, but going through the cloud is completely natural and just very realistic. Look at that, we are now in the soup and now in complete IFR conditions. Very, very natural. That's fantastic, isn't it, guys? Honestly, this is something I've never seen in X-Plane before. Now, why on earth isn't Laminar doing this? Why, you know, I just don't understand. What are they doing? This we should have had this about a year ago. But this is absolutely beautiful detail here. Wow. You can even see the bottoms of those clouds are quite heavy looking, like they're holding mass. And there is a bit of a rain around. Right, we'll just pop outside and have a look. Again, ignore the jagged line, guys. They look awful, but just look at the actual clouds themselves. They look really, really stunning. That looks really, really nice indeed. As I say, just try not to focus too much on those jagged lines. They do look awful, but it's a work in progress kind of thing, and I really do feel that we should support this developer as much as possible, because he's doing something no one has even attempted yet. Look at that inversion there. Got two cloud layers. That's actually really, really convincing. Got a cloud layer below us. Very, very realistic. Beautiful. Right, okay, what we'll do now is we'll head in for a landing on the correct runway, and once we land I'll go to the free camera view and we'll sort of zip around the sky to see what it looks like. But look, at the moment we are completely IFR again in between two cloud layers. Wow, that's really, really nice. I'll put a link in the description below so you can download it and try it for yourself. Alright, what we'll do is, my goodness me, this weather is terrible. Look at this, complete IFR conditions now. Relying on my instruments. Landing gear coming down. See the sun poking through. This is the big deal, guys. To have volumetric clouds in VR. Finally, we're waiting for this forever. And we really are in the clouds here. Can you see any 2D sprites or anything weird? Nope, that's because everything is going past very naturally. As you can see here, we're breaking out of the cloud here, and it's very, very natural. And just to say as well, these clouds move across the sky. Another thing that default X-Plane clouds and clouds in other payware weather engines don't do. Okay, we're really high here, so I'm just going to do a bit of a circle here and scrub off some speed with a bit of side slipping. Those really nice sounds you can hear are also a combination of Aerobasque sounds for this aircraft and XP Realistic. Okay, this is going to be really interesting. We've got a 40 knots crosswind. Sorry, no, it's not crosswind. At least that's something. But it is a 40 knot gusting wind here. So this is going to be interesting. Oh my goodness me, I can feel the forces here in VR. It's great to be back in VR, guys. It really is. Right, we're going to hold a bit more speed than we normally would, simply because of the wind. We don't want to end up stalling. Yeah, the cloud looks really heavy. It might not come across as well on the 2D screen, but in VR it really looks good. Oh, this is really fighting this wind. putting my trusty old CH Eclipse yoke through its paces. Settling down here. Whoa, a big drop there, but we managed to get down okay. Fantastic. A nice little break in the cloud there as well. Right, so we'll just stop here on the runway because no one else is around because it's X-Plane. And we'll just go into free camera mode here. And we'll shoot right up into the atmosphere. And just to let you know, guys, in fact, what I'll do is I'll just adjust the weather. Bit of a stutter there. To go maybe scattered cloud. Put it down a bit there, and maybe we'll add another cirrus layer. Just up here. Visibility, drop that down a bit, and we'll maybe put a wind layer in as well, actually. Near those scattered clouds of sort of like 50 knots. Just so you can see, hopefully, the clouds moving. Now, of course, you've got that jaggedness. I know, guys. I know that looks a bit rubbish, but try and see past that. We're going to go right into the cloud here. Oh, wow. That's really cool. That's brilliant. Completely seamless the way we're going through it. And I'm going to keep going up into the atmosphere. And as you can see here, we can see the blue sky coming now. That's really wonderful. Very, very nice effect. And what I'll do is I'll just adjust the time of day, and you can see, look, the clouds are actually moving across the sky. I've never seen that in X-Plane 11 before. So here we've just changed the weather again, and look at this, we've got a full-on storm. And what I really like is you can see that there actually is cloud shadows. Again, try and ignore the jagginess, that will be sorted. But look at that, you can see there's a hole in that cloud, and it's casting, the sun is shining onto the ground there. And if I move, if I can get the key right, look at that, you can actually see the clouds move. That's really good, guys. I can see where this is going. And it's special. Oh wow, look at that. Oh my god. Wowzers. And the HP Reverb, when it's dark, for some reason this headset is superb, even though it's an LCD display. Amazing. Oh wow, that is incredible, isn't it? Now, just to say thank you to Q8 Pilot for bringing this to my attention with his latest video. So I'm sure you're already subscribed to his channel already, but if not, check him out. He's one of the best in the business. But this is really impressive stuff. Look at the way they're behaving. Not bad at all. There you are, guys. That is my first quick look. Download it, give it a go. Give the developer some love. I'm very impressed with this. And yeah, I'll see you again very soon. Take care. Bye-bye for now.